guys, so today I'll be solving this problem, which is best time to buy and sell stock using strategy. Okay, so what we have been given a prices array, okay, which represents the price of a given stock at the ith day, and then we have been given a strategy, okay, which represents the trading action on the ith day, where -1 indicates the indicates buying 1 unit of the stock, 0 indicates I'm holding the stock, and 1 indicates I'm selling the stock. Okay, now the question states that we can do a kind of modification. Okay, now the modification definition is we can apply it at most one. Okay, now the definition is we will be selecting k consecutive elements in strategy. Okay, and we will be setting uh, 0 to the first k by 2 elements and 1 to the last k by 2 elements. Okay, and the profit that we are getting after this modification is basically the summation of my strategy I and prices I across all days. Okay, and by doing that, it's kind of a windowing problem where I will be shifting my window. Now for every window, okay, I need to track the maximum possible profit that I'm achieving. Okay, cool. Now if I look at the constraints, okay, here k is always even, which means uh, k by 2 and k by 2. Okay, I will not have a case where I have one element which does not belong to either first or last, or the length of my first and the last will always be same. Okay, because k is even. Then yeah, the length of the prices and strategy length is also same. Okay, cool. So if I draw out here, so what we have been given is, so I have prices. Okay, let's draw it like this. I have some prices, and corresponding to that I have a strategy. Okay, which also which is also as the same length as of my prices. Okay, so what I need to do is uh, either I can apply this modification, because it says that you can apply it at most once. Okay, so either I can apply the modification, or I cannot, like maybe I'm not I'm not choosing to do that. Okay, then what will happen is, so let's say if I'm applying the modification, okay, then I'll be running a window of length k, okay, which will be of uh, size k. Okay, where I'll be shifting this window to the right, okay, until the last element, and the uh, profit amount that I'm calculating, okay, so that will be summation of prices uh, of I times strategy of I. Okay, where I is equal to 1 to n inclusive. Okay, now in this window they are stating that, so I can divide this window into k by 2. Okay, and whatever strategy values I have originally, okay, all those will be replaced with 0, like that. Okay, and similarly for k by 2 to my k, okay, all the strategy value will be replaced with 1. Okay, so from this I'll get modified profits, right? Cool. Now how to solve this? Okay, so it's a simple sliding window kind of a problem. Okay, so let's think of a generic case. Okay, if I want to do it. Okay, so if I'm not applying the strategy without modification, okay, so my answer uh, I can initialize to the summation of all the summation of the product of prices of I times strategy of I, like the same thing that I have written here. Okay, this is without modification. Now for modification, let's look at a generic case. Okay, I have let's say the prices like this, something like this. Okay, similarly let's say I have the strategies also, same like since they are of the same length, I will be drawing out the same number of boxes here. Okay, so this is for my prices and this is for my strategies. Okay, now for a generic case, let's say for k equal to maybe 4 here. Okay, so let's say my window is somewhere here. Okay, okay, I'm looking at this part of my strategy. Okay, so let's draw it like this. Okay, and I have this too. Okay, so I'm looking at this part. Now here in this part, okay, whatever strategy value I have here, okay, those will be replaced to 0 0 for 0 to k by 2 index with respect to my window. Okay, or I can say something like let's say with respect to the original indexing, let's say 0, let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so this will be, let's say, for a generic L here. Okay, for a L. Okay, so L to L plus k by 2. Okay, all will be set to 0 in that window, and for k by 2, L plus k by 2 to L plus k, okay, all will be replaced with 1. Okay, so 0 0 1 1. Okay, cool. Now if I need to know what's the overall profit I'm getting from this window, okay, at my current window, so what I can do is I can so if I know, okay, the base value that I have, which is like without performing any modification. Okay, let's call it base value. Okay, so I can take the base value here. Okay, and I can remove the contribution for this current window to my original calculation. Okay, which is basically the summation of I L to k L plus k. Okay, prices of I times strategy of I. Okay, I will remove this contribution and I will add the new contribution, which will be plus summation of I to L, L plus k, okay, prices of I times my modified strategies value, S dash of I. Okay, now if I look at my modified strategy values in this index, okay, so here all the strategy value will be zeroed, right, and here all of them will be 1, which means the weightage for every price, okay, that will be 1. That basically means, so for L to L plus k by 2, okay, my prices of I will get multiplied with 0. Okay, whereas for L plus k by 2 to L plus k, my prices of I, or let's call it P of I, will be multiplied by 1, which is prices itself. Okay, so this contribution I don't need to look at. Okay, I only need to focus on this, which is so the value of this uh, window, this will be summation of I L plus k by 2 to L plus k of prices of I, because here the weightage is 1. Okay, that means this modified value, okay, so my new window value will simply become I to L plus k by 2, okay, ending with L plus k prices of I. Yeah, so this is the overall logic here. Okay, now that basically means that what I will be doing is, since I know the total amount here, okay, I will remove out this window, okay, by doing this calculation. Okay, and I will add up this new window contribution with this value. Cool. Now how to do it optimally? So since we need the sum of segments here, the first idea that should come to your mind is prefix sum. Okay, so I can easily apply prefix sum, okay, to get the value for my old window, like my original window contribution. Similarly, I can develop a prefix sum for my profits also, so that I will get the segment sum in constant time operation. So yeah, that's the idea. So the overall algorithm that we'll be applying is, okay, so I'll be applying prefix sum, but I'll be updating my answer with this equation: maximum of my answer, I'll be comparing with summation of I 0 to k 0 to n p of I times s of I. Okay, so this is my base value. Okay, let's stick to 1 base indexing only. Okay, 1 to n, like I have drawn this value only in my previous examples. So, and yeah, I'll be removing the window contribution, which will be summation of I l to uh, l plus k. Okay, prices of I times summation of I. Okay, and I'll be adding the new contribution, which is summation of I l to l plus k. Okay, and I'll be doing l plus k by 2 here of prices of I. Okay, so yeah, so in my sliding window, okay, I'll be updating my answer with this value. Okay, so I'll quickly get started with Rust coding. So let's get started. So yep, cool. So first thing first, I'll be requiring the number of elements I have, so that will be prices of len. Okay, then I'll be requiring prefix. Okay, so one prefix I will require for my uh, prices time strategy. Okay, so let's call it letmut prefix of ps. Okay, prefix of prices times strategy. Okay, I'll initialize to a vector of 0 as in i64, because I need to return i64, so I'll initialize to i64. So this, then also I will create a prefix for my prices, and that will help me to get the new window contributions, i64 n plus 1. Okay, cool. Now I'll be requiring k here. Now k is i32, so I will create another variable as k as usize. Okay, similarly I'll be updating my answer. Okay, yeah, so first thing first, I'll be updating my prefix, so updating prefixes. Okay, so I'll initialize I in 1 to n. Okay, now I'll say my current price is prices of I minus 1 as i64. Then let s will be strategy I minus 1 as oopsie as i64. Okay, then I'll be updating my prefix of ps, that will be I equal to prefix of ps I minus 1 plus p times s. Okay, cool. So the same thing that we are doing here. Okay, now for profit or for prices, that will be prefix of price of I with prefix of p of I minus 1 plus p. Cool. Now my prefixes are updated. Now I'll be consuming them. Okay, so I'll create my answer variable. So I will initialize my answer with the summation value without doing any modification. Okay, so that value will be stored in my prefix of ps of n. Okay, so the last value will automatically give me the summation value. Okay, the base value. Okay, similarly I will store my base value in a separate variable. Okay, because my answer will be updating. Okay, so I'll use this or I can say total ps value. Okay, as a prefix of ps of n. Cool. Now I'll initialize one more variable. Okay, for my l, so I'll say let l, this needs to be mutable, so l starting from 0, and I'll just create one more variable which is made to stores k by 2. Okay, so k by 2. as usize. Cool. Now I'll be sliding my window. Okay, so for L plus K less than equal to N. Okay, so first I'll collect the original window value, so that will be let original window value, that is this guy. Okay, so the summation of L to P L plus K. Okay, so L plus K minus prefix of PS of L. Okay, this will be prefix of PS. Similarly, for my new window contribution, okay, that will be new window val. This will be simply summation of all the prices from L plus K by 2, prefix of P, L plus mid, which is like K by 2, okay, minus prefix of P of L. Cool. So yeah, so this will be L plus K to L plus mid. Okay, because as you saw here, okay, I only need to consider this part, right? So yeah, here all the weights will be 1, so I just need to calculate the summation of all my prices from this range. Okay, cool. Now I'll be comparing my answer, so for that I'll be using a comparator rate from Rust. Comp, I'll be using the max function. Okay, so I'll say answer equal to max of answer and my base value or my total PS, okay, which is this summation, okay, subtracted with the original value, orig window val, and I'll be adding the new contribution, which is new window val. Okay, and after that I'll be incrementing my L2 plus 1. Okay, so cool. Now by that my answer should be tracking all the maximum profit that I'm getting, and I can simply return it. So let's run it. Cool, it passed all test cases. Now let's submit, and voila, it passed. So yeah, that's the idea. So if we quickly look at the time complexity here, okay, so okay, so I'm initializing this prefix sum. Okay, so that will be the order of number of elements I have, so big O of n. Okay, then after that all this initialization will be taking constant time. Now here I am sliding my window. Okay, so it can happen k is 1. Okay, which in that case I'll be iterating over every element. Okay, and after that all these are like constant time operation, so a big O of n again, which is big O of n. Okay, similarly my space complexity will be I'm using two auxiliary arrays for my prefixes. Okay, and they are of the number of elements plus 1, which is same as big O of n. So yeah, this is my time and space complexity for my algorithm. Cool. Now we have done it for Rust. Okay, let's do it for C++. So for C++ also I have already written the code. Okay, so the algorithm is pretty so similar to what we implemented in Rust. Okay, here also I'm initializing prefix PS and prefix P. Okay, and after that I'm updating my prefix arrays. Okay, then I'm using those prefix arrays. Okay, where I'm calculating my original window value. Okay, my new window value, which is like summation of my prices from L plus mid to L plus K. Then I'm updating my answer by the total base value I have subtracted with the original value and adding the new contribution, and like that I'm moving my window. So the same code that we submitted in Rust. Okay, so if I directly submit this, and yeah, it passed. Cool. Now let's quickly look at Golang code also. So this is also pretty similar to my C++ code. Okay, like the idea is same. Okay, and the syntaxes are pretty similar. Okay, here also I'm initializing my prefix of PS and prefix of my prices. Okay, and I'm updating my prefixes. Okay, then I have my answer, I have my total or the base value. Okay, then I'm sliding my window, collecting the original window value, collecting the new window value, and I'm updating my answer with the total summation that I have gotten, subtracting the current window contribution, or the original contribution, then adding up the new window contribution. So yeah, the codes are pretty similar, but the idea is same. Cool. So yeah, that's the idea. So how to solve this problem. And if you like the solution, please do comment or like the video, and please subscribe to the channel. So yeah, so that's all for this video. And yeah, so just stay tuned to watch more videos. Thank you. Bye bye.